here in town. I've been practicing law for 27 years, and I do litigation. I try lawsuits. I got involved in Montevideo some time ago, 4 years ago I guess it was. And Montevideo, I didn't get in on the ground floor. There were actually 875,000 distributors that got in before me. So don't feel like you've missed the boat. My wife is a scientist for a drug company. She's got a PhD in neuroscience. And we're just proud as heck to be involved with a company like Montevideo. Neither of us have abandoned our professional careers, though Montevideo has enriched us in a number of ways. It's enriched our health and our family's health. We got 5 kids. It's enriched our relationships, because I would have never known people like Catherine had I not been associated with Montevideo. And it's enriched our wallets too. It's been very lucrative for us as well. And so what I like to do is just share briefly with you kind of what we're all about. I'll try to do it primarily by videotape, so that all of you guys can see that, gosh, I could do this. All I got to do is press play and sit down and shut up. Occupational hazard is probably my worst attribute, is being able to shut up. And so we'll play a little video to get you started and let you understand what Montevideo is all about. And of course, we'll stick around afterwards and answer any questions anybody has, okay?
Are you ready to start living a more meaningful life?
Your timing couldn't be better.
So that's a brief snippet of the kinds of things that Montevideo is all about. A picture's worth 1,000 words, so I figure a video must be worth like 1 billion. So it just tells you a little bit about what we're up to. Those of you who got here a little bit earlier, you were able to sample the products, got to taste them. I hope you found them tasty. They're pretty good tasting stuff. One of the things that we've learned in this business is that if you produce a product that people have to choke down, they typically don't want to take it. And so our products are all health-related products, and they're fabulous products. I mentioned to you that my wife was a PhD and is a PhD in neuroscience, And PhD, where I'm from, is a sort of different animal. I grew up on a farm, and PhD is a post hole digger. And I don't think we want to occupy those when we can avoid it. But Linda does a really good job of validating the product. And when I first got involved, here I am, some lawyer, and someone, I believe you asked me before we got started, well, you're a lawyer, why are you doing this? And I'm doing it because I believe in it. It's a fabulous product, it's a fabulous compensation plan, and it's a fabulous way to develop relationships and enhance relationships. And so it's all good. I don't think there's a real downside to it. But when we got involved, I was more interested on the business side of it, and my wife was a stickler about the products. It has to be, the products have to be phenomenal. And when we got involved, all that there was the juice products that you've tasted before, by now. We've got the weight management product line and the energy drink product line. And I'll tell you a little bit about them, and then we'll go into the view and how that's such a way to validate our product line. First of all, the juice products are, you take 2 ounces in the morning and 2 ounces in the evening, and you get the antioxidant equivalent of 13 servings of fruit. That's a big deal. Our newest product, our top of the line product, is called the Max. And the Max has not only 13 servings of fruit, it also has 11 servings of, or 11 vegetables in it too. I'm sorry, 19 fruits and 11 vegetables. And so it's a really good mixture, a good blend of antioxidants for you. And the best benefit is that it gets into your cells. And so when we first got started with just the juice products, we'd ask people who'd been taking it for a while, well, how did it affect you? And some people would say, well, I'm less sore in the morning. Some people say my eyesight cleared up, and other people would say that their cholesterol went down. And Linda would get up and have to say in front of everybody, hey, it's not a scam, really. You guys have these varying degrees of health-related benefits. It's not a scam. It's no accident that you're experiencing all those good things, because free radicals are at the foundation of virtually all of our disease processes. And we're not trying to cure, or we don't contend that we're a cure or a drug of any kind. We are nutritionally based, and good nutrition does help you in a number of different aspects. And so Linda would get up and tell you, it's no accident, believe me, I can read the studies, I've seen all the studies, I get access to studies that you don't even get access to. We even went so far as to post all the studies on our website. And Monavie now has posted all these peer-reviewed scientific articles on their website. I've never read one. I doubt that you'll ever read one. My wife herself was published in a peer-reviewed journal just last fall. And I read it when I'm having trouble sleeping. Now, to give me your article, you got to put me the rest of the way to sleep here. It is boring. But what Monavie's done now is come out with a device called the View. And those of you who were here a little bit earlier, you got to see, and you may recall seeing on Dr. Oz, a device that's not an invasive device, that it tests the carotenoids and flavonoids in your skin, and it can give you a life score that tells you how you're doing. And the good news from our product line is that not just the antioxidant juice, but the shakes themselves have the antioxidant equivalent of 10 servings of fruits. And so there's antioxidant benefits even to the shake products. So what Monavie set about doing is proving the value of their product. They wanted everyone to be confident that the products that they were taking were really good for them. And they've gone so far as to say, if your score on this device doesn't improve, we'll give you your money back on your product. And so I don't know of any company out there who's willing to put their money where their mouth is that way. And so we're really excited to be able to do that, because I don't have to have Linda come up here and tell everybody how great the stuff is, and they all say, oh, Linda was awesome. Can she come to all our meetings? Of course not. We got 5 kids. We got a family to raise too. But we do now have the ability to get the View device to you, and it'll be coming to widespread circulation in January. And until then, we can get tested at a city meeting and take the product for 60 days, and if your score doesn't improve, they give you your money back. Pretty cool deal. The other products that you've got the energy drinks in front of you. Fabulous energy drink products. They're all natural. We have the light version, and we have the regular version. You've got the light version, just because I didn't have any regular version with me today. And the regular version has so much nutrition in it that the state of Texas characterizes it as a food, and so we don't even have to pay sales tax on it. So that's kind of a cool deal. I don't think Red Bull or Monster could pull that one off. I've got a sheet up on the counter that compares our energy drink to everybody else's energy drink on the market. And then the guy that developed our weight management product, which is this Reveal product line, and you get to taste all of those. The guy that developed that, and the guy that is our spokesman for that, is a fellow named Mark McDonald. And he's a Venice certified nutritionist. If you'll recognize him because he's on CNN every Saturday for a series of, I think, 16 weeks right now, alongside of Sanjay Gupta. Sanjay Gupta does the MD stuff, the doctor stuff, and Mark does the nutrition side of it. So, I mean, I'm tired of getting we're bombarded every day with nutritional advice from Charles Barkley or Dan Marino or Snooki or somebody. Why would I take my nutritional advice from Charles Barkley? He's a great basketball player. I'd like to get some rebounding advice from him, but I probably don't want to get my nutritional advice from him. And so we've got a guy that's really legit that's telling us about our nutritional advice from that. So that's basically our product line. And so what I love about Monavie is they say that if you take the shake for 60 days or the juice for 60 days or both for 60 days and your scores, your life score doesn't improve, we'll give you your money back. You say, what the heck's my life score? Pictures worth 1,000 words. Here's a video to tell you what your life score is.
You know the numbers, but do you know the score? When you want to know what's going on inside your body, one of the most important health scores to know is your life score, the measurement of antioxidant activity in your skin. Your health is under constant attack from free radicals, which cause oxidative stress. Hectic workaday lifestyles combined with increased levels of pollution and UV radiation from the sun, as well as poor health practices like smoking, higher BMIs, and lack of sleep all increase the number of free radicals that your body has to contend with. Free radicals are rogue molecules that steal electrons from healthy, stable molecules. This theft damages and can even kill the cells of your body. As this damage accumulates, your health and wellness suffer. To win this health battle with free radicals, your body needs antioxidants. Antioxidants render free radicals harmless, helping to prevent oxidative damage, which can accelerate the aging process and contribute to the development of different diseases. Your body can produce some antioxidants, but it relies primarily on your diet to get the antioxidants it needs. Eating vibrantly colored fruits and vegetables provides your body with powerful phytonutrients and antioxidants such as carotenoids and flavonoids. Yet, despite the importance of antioxidants to health and wellness, most people just don't eat enough fruits and vegetables to build up a strong antioxidant defense. That's why knowing your body's antioxidant activity, or your life score, is vital. You can find out just how strong your antioxidant defenses are with a technology called reflection spectroscopy. Reflection spectroscopy is the same technology that scientists use to find out what the rings of Saturn are made of and what the atmosphere of Neptune is like. Dr. Werner Gellerman and a team of physicists at the University of Utah developed a method of using reflection spectroscopy to detect antioxidants in your body. Dr. Gellerman and his team discovered that by using light, they could measure antioxidant levels in human skin. When the light hits an antioxidant in your skin, it's reflected back. The spectrometer detects and measures the backscattered light, creating a score of the antioxidants present. The more antioxidants in your skin, the higher your score. In partnership with Dr. Gellerman, Monavie has utilized this exclusive and patented technology to create the View Monavie Antioxidant Scanner. Monavie is the only company that offers LifeScore. With Monavie View, you'll have real, tangible proof that Monavie View certified products are delivering the antioxidants your body needs. Whether you're drinking Monavie's powerful antioxidant-rich health juices or the nutrient-dense Reveal Nutrition Shakes, you can prove the goodness of Monavie's products at no risk. Monavie View certified products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you don't see an improvement in your life score, you'll get your money back. Not only can you improve your life score with the Monavie View Antioxidant Scanner, you can also increase the success of your business. With View, you have the opportunity to earn more income, sell more products, recruit more prospects, and positively impact more people's lives. You've got all the numbers. Now find out why Monavie is the home of the winning score. Get a view of your health and wellness today.
Linda and I couldn't be more excited to have this device because it allows us to duplicate Linda in this business, and that's huge. Because I can't take Linda to all my meetings. We got a family to raise. You know, people say, "Oh, I'm too busy to do this Monavie business." When I got started in this Monavie business, I had 5 kids all living at home. Linda's folks, my wife's mother and father-in-law, or mother and father, she had Alzheimer's, and so we built onto the house to accommodate her so that we could make sure she stayed out in a nursing home for as long as we could. We had 3 dogs, and one of them had puppies, so we had 9 puppies. I worked full-time, and I was traveling like a maniac working full-time, and Linda, of course, works full-time in her job, too. So we had, 3 dogs, 9 puppies, 2 old folks, 5 kids, and 2 full-time jobs. And I said, well, let's go do Monavie, honey. And she said, "Are you out of your mind? What are you, nuts?" And we put our foot on the gas and had a wonderful time with it. It's been really enriching because in my law gig, I try lawsuits. And when I try lawsuits, my success is predicated on the failure of my opponent. I don't do well unless I win. And even when I win, it's sometimes a loss. I mean, I remember trying a case in Harris County, in fact, and the guy, his name was Mr. Gandy, was the plaintiff, and I was defending it. And my contention in the case was that he was trying to commit fraud on everybody in the courtroom, including my client. And I was defending the case saying, no, we didn't do him wrong. He lied, cheated, stole, and everything else. And so I got to the jury. We're getting ready to address the jury in closing argument. I said, folks, I'm going to talk to you today about something that's going to make you a little uncomfortable. I'm going to call Mr. Gandy some names that you're not going to like. And I know you're not going to like them because when I took voir dire, we did the jury selection process. Y'all are warm, nice human beings, and I wouldn't have put you on my jury if I didn't think you could relate to me, and I didn't think you could relate to others, and think you had a caring heart. And so when you hear somebody talk ugly about somebody else, it'll make you uncomfortable. But I'm going to call Mr. Gandy a liar. I'm going to call Mr. Gandy a thief. I'm going to call him a cheat. But then I'm also going to show you the evidence. We know that Mr. Gandy said this, when the evidence said this, and Mr. Gandy said this, and the evidence was this. I'm going to click through my PowerPoint. And when I was finished, they gave the case to the jury, and the jury came back, real short jury verdict. 20 minutes later, they said, "We think Mr. Gandy's a liar, cheat, and thief." And I said, "Yeah, well, back in the day, that was wonderful because I spiked my briefcase over my shoulder. I'm the man. That's wonderful. I'm all that, you know." And little did I know, I observed that Mrs. Gandy had been sitting in the courtroom. And she didn't know her husband had done those things. And my client, who should have been elated for this stellar legal work that his lawyer had just done for him, he's like, "Well, I finally got the justice I deserved, and I had to pay this guy a whole bunch of money to do it." Well, the only person that really benefited in all that was Scott McCormick, my son, who got a big, nice contribution to the Scott McCormick College Fund. So that was good, but that was about the end of it. You contrast that to this business, and I firmly believe, whether it's law, whether it's sales, whether it's anything, that the fundamental tenets of community commerce are superior to that of traditional business. Because instead of my success being predicated on the failure of somebody else, my success is predicated on all your success. So why am I here this evening talking to Catherine's guests in Catherine's home? Because I want to make Catherine successful as best I can. And I'm going to be there to support her any way I can. And I'm financially incentivized to do that. And tomorrow morning, I get to get on an airplane. I'm wearing my little flowery shirt today because tomorrow morning, Linda and I will be taking our 4th trip to Hawaii because Monavie rewards you when you do well in this business. And this will be free, all expenses paid trip to Hawaii. This will be the 4th one. They pay for your airfare. They put you up in this really monstrous, cool hotel. It's really fabulous. And they also give you an extra $1,000 of pay this week so that we don't have to spend our own money on our snorkel trip or what have you. So there's all sorts of benefits why I think this business is wonderful. And even it's scalable. If you want to get in it just because you like the products, you want to lose a little weight, you want a little bit better health, great, love to have you. If you want to get in it because you want to make a little money, you want to just get your product paid for free. And you can go buy a whole bunch of items at GNC, but did they give you any opportunity to get any of that money back? Not really. You share this with a few people and you get your product paid for free. If you want to make something as nominal as 500 bucks a month, you know, the 500 bucks a month would have prevented over half of the foreclosures last year. That's a big deal. 500 bucks a month can change a person's life. Linda and I have enjoyed a six-figure income off of Monavie ever since we got started in it. And we didn't do it at the sacrifice of my law business or of her scientific business. We squeeze it into the cracks and crevices of our day, and we can show you how to do that too. So why is this such a good thing? I'll let you listen to one more video, and the guy's way smarter than me in this business. He's forgotten more about network marketing than I'll ever know. He happens to be a friend of mine. His name's Randy Schroeder, and he's been in the industry for a really, really long time. And so listen to Randy, and if this resonates with you, terrific.
I'm Randy Schroeder. I was asked to describe to you in a few short minutes why community commerce, long called network marketing, why community commerce, and then to make it more specific, why Monavie, our extraordinary company in this industry, and then finally to try to suppose why you. So let me tell you why network marketing, why community commerce from my perspective. I think all those years ago when I was first introduced to the industry, I was a stockbroker, I was at a really large successful firm, I was at a great big corner office, and I was considered large and successful myself. And I just really didn't like it at all. It's not just that I didn't like it, I couldn't imagine myself doing the same thing year after year after year. And one day while I was complaining, whining to my attorney and friend, he said, Randy, why don't you check out this company in direct selling, network marketing? And I did. And when I went, I was back in the back of a room, and it was a big room with a lot of people in it. I couldn't understand what was going on, but one thing that happened when I walked in that room, my spirits were lifted. I didn't know what took place. Today I can tell you what it was. I'd walked into a room full of people who had hope, and I'd walked into a room full of people who had a shared common goal. Instead of being at odds with one another, instead of being in competition with one another, they had a shared common goal. There was something about that. The cosmos had conspired to make that a positive thing. And then, gradually, not quickly, but gradually, my attention centered on one of the speakers. And he said a few things that got my attention. But frankly, he talked for a long time, and he said a few things that got my attention. When the presentation was over, agonizingly long, candidly, I found my way to the front of the room, and I introduced myself. I said, would you please restate in a few short minutes why network marketing? You said a few things that intrigued me, but I can't yet quantify why network marketing, why community commerce in today's vernacular. And he said, well, in order for me to do that, I need to know a little bit about you. He said, what do you do for a living? I told him I was a stockbroker. Now, I'd posed that same question to you, what do you do for a living? His name was Craig, and Craig said, well, Randy, tell me this. Do you get to work when you want? Well, I didn't. That was one of the things I was uncomfortable about in my position. I worked in downtown San Diego, and my home was in a northern suburb. Because I was active in the futures markets as well as in the common stock market, I had to be in the office at 5 a.m., and that meant that I had to leave home at 4:15 a.m., and that's not when I wanted to work. And Craig said, well, Randy, the reason that I have no strain and stress on my face, and you do, is because a number of years ago, I invited a handful of people over to my home, and that day, it was like I dropped a pebble in a pond and the ripples started to spread. And today, those ripples have spread not just across America, but to foreign lands. Today, and he thumbed through a printout, today there are not just hundreds, but thousands of people who every week and every month consume my company's products. And he said, you see, Randy, I've separated myself from the generation of income through the consumption of other people. And because that's so, I get to work when I want. Is that better than what you've got or not? It was better. He said, wait, there's more. He said, Randy, do you get to work where you want? Well, I didn't. I was told by the firm which city I would live in, and which building in the city, and which floor in the building, and which cubicle on the floor. And he said, well, Randy, my life experience is different than yours. A number of years ago, I embraced the simple principles that make up network marketing, community commerce. And he said, I invited a handful of people over to my home, and that night it was like I dropped a pebble into the pond, and the ripple started to spread. Not only are there now a large group of people consuming my company's products, in my city, my state, my nation, and the world. He said there are literally hundreds, more than hundreds, there are thousands of people in my group who generate significant part-time income, significant enough that it's important to their families. If I quit, they wouldn't because they need the income. They're working for themselves, not for me. He said, Randy, I've separated myself from the generation of income through other people's success. And that, he said, is why I'm smiling and you're not. Is that better than what you got or not? It was better than what I had. And then he took it one more step. He said, Randy, do you get to work with whom you want? Man, I didn't. I wouldn't have chosen my boss. I wouldn't have chosen the person in the cubicle to my right or to my left. He said, Randy, a number of years ago, I invited a handful of friends over to my home. And that night, it was like I dropped a pebble in a pond and the ripples started to spread. And today, I have not just hundreds, but thousands of people who consume my company's products in my city, my state, my nation, and the world. And I've established a little royalty position for myself because I'm the one who set that process in motion. I've separated myself from the generation of income. I have more than 1,000 people. And he warned me, he said, it won't be fast for you and it won't be easy. It wasn't fast or easy for me. But he said a number of years ago, I set that process in motion. And today, I share in the productivity of literally thousands of people. And he said, Randy, for so long, I worked and I pushed myself against the grinding wheel trying to get better and better and better. And one day I had an epiphany, being rewarded as a result of the part-time, halting, perhaps poorly executed processes of thousands will produce so much more than I could ever produce myself. And he said, I've separated myself from the generation of income through all of those fledgling people just getting started. And then he said, here's the real magic, Randy. There are quite a few of those people who didn't just make halting first steps, but who have stayed engaged in the business. They've developed new skills. They've developed new character attributes. They've completely replaced their full-time job. They've broken through to new levels of income not possible in their career. Today, I not only have separated myself from the generation of income through the consumption of many, through the part-time faltering efforts of new people, but most importantly through the long-term big successes of others. I have completely separated myself from the generation of income through those 3 different forms of leverage. And so he said, I get to work where I want, when I want, with whom I want, if I want. Is that better than what you've got now? And will that ever happen for you if you were a stockbroker? He was right. It made sense. I said yes. So careful when I make this next statement because I don't know what your accomplishment will be. I don't know your goals, your desires, your willingness to work. I have no idea. But all those years ago that made sense to me and I dropped a pebble in a pond and the ripples started to spread. Man, when those ripples spread, an amazing thing happened. I separated myself from the generation of income. And believe it or not, for the last 20 years in a row, I've earned over $1 million in this industry. What an amazing thing. Will that be your outcome? Don't know. Don't know you. Might that be your outcome? Is it possible? It's possible. I'm living proof of that. How about in your current job or career? Is that possible for you? And by the way, now let's just water it down a long ways. Water it down a lot. Forget those great big numbers. What if you earned the same thing you earn now, but you did it from your home instead of fighting traffic? What if you earned the same thing you do now, but you did it working for yourself instead of somebody else, and you got to call the shots? See, it's not just about making more money. It's about living a higher quality of life. And if you care to take it to the highest and last degree, so you also generate a great big income, great. But that's reserved for the few, for the very, very few. I believe that whatever you currently earn, you could earn here, and I believe that it would be a more positive way to generate that income, more positive life experience. That's why network marketing, that's why community commerce for me. Why Monavie? You know, at the conclusion of this video, you will see an added track, and you will see in a far more powerful way than I can describe verbally why Monavie. This is an amazing company. This is not just a good entry in the industry. This is an outstanding entry in the industry. But I will share with you the things to look for. There are a group of elements that have long been proven to be required for success. When you watch track 2, watch to find out if you can see evidence of a product or group of products that matters to people. See, what I learned long ago is that if in the physical product offering we have the capacity to provoke an emotional response, if we can change the way that a person looks, or change the way they feel, or change the way they feel about themselves, or in a measurable, not simply anecdotal way, improve their health, that will provoke an emotional response and result in long-term product consumption, and will likely provoke a willingness to tell someone else about it, and plop. The rock drops in the pond and the ripples start to spread, and once again, this extraordinary method of product distribution plays its way out in another instance as it spreads from household to household, city to city, state to state, country to country. Watch to see if there's a product that has evidence in past successes, recent past, to provoke that emotional response. And then here's my strongest encouragement to you. Irrespective of whatever else happens as a result of you reviewing this message, do not let the next 24 hours go by without you acquiring a bottle of our product. Don't let today go by without buying a bottle of one of the Monavie functional beverages. I invite you to also try Reveal. Perhaps you're workout, fitness-minded. Try Reveal. Do that too. Do that in addition to. But don't let today end without getting your hands on a bottle of juice. Get your hands on a bottle of Max. That's the top of the line for us. Get your hands on a bottle of Active. You find out why it is that when the vast majority of people consume one bottle, they want a second bottle. That is the bottom on which this entire company rests. When people drink one bottle, they want the second. I, in fact, encourage you to allow that to be a key in your decision-making process. Drink a bottle of juice. And when it's gone, if you find yourself wanting another, you just proved our business to yourself. If you don't want another bottle of juice, don't do our business. Real simple. Here's the next thing I want you to watch for as you review track 2. Watch to see if there's evidence of a company that can execute. See if you see evidence of a management team that is proven. See if it's been validated by others. Not a slick sales presentation. See if, in fact, you can see outside validation that here is a group of people who know where they're going, who have not just talent, but who have talent, knowledge, proven past ability, depth and breadth of experience. Watch for that. Timing of the venture. I will tell you the truth. Timing is all about you. I assure you this, like whatever you know the absolute very, very best, wherever your greatest and strongest and deepest bank of knowledge resides, that's the way I know and understand this industry. And I assure you, you'll learn it, Manavi is right. It is, your timing is predicated on a moment in you. It's when you've developed 4 simple skills. Engage yourself in this process, and we're going to teach you how to develop 4 simple skills. We're going to show you how it is that you can literally view the world as your #1 prospect. As people who desperately want and need what we have, we will show you how to create a candidate list that is as big as your vision. I'll tell you that all these years I've been in the business, I've not found myself being relegated to paying per click, and I don't advertise. I have discovered that there is a skill in so living our lives such that our candidate list grows and grows in front of us in terms of quantity and quality, and we're going to teach you how to do that should you choose to join us. We'll show you a simple process involved in inviting others to look at our business. And that's a skill that can be developed such that the clarity of our message comes into full view of the next person who seeks to understand. We'll show you how within the context of your skill set and personality to effectively present our business, in all likelihood, it's going to amount to you pushing play with your candidate, as your proposed sponsor has now pushed play with you. This can be done. It can be done by you. It can be done by you now. And the door opens and the pebble drops in the pond and the ripples spread. And once again, success takes on a new name, face, and personality. It's yours. And we'll show you how to successfully get new members started on this process. Your moment of timing comes when you've developed those 4 skills. And an even greater, more conclusive moment of timing comes when and if you become willing, as I have, to confront yourself and identify any area of character that stands in the way of you being in close association with many, many, many people. I developed the skills quite quickly. It has been a lifelong process of continuing to identify rough spots in my character that have caused it to be difficult to be in association with people. Years and years and years of hard work have eliminated most of those rough spots. To the extent you develop those 4 skills and work hard to identify areas of character challenge and overcome them, I can almost promise you, you'll get the key in the lock. That'll happen. That's timing. The compensation plan is the next element to look for. And I would simply say this to you. There is someone like you, whoever you are. There's someone like you accomplishing what you want. There's someone your age. There's someone with your background. There's someone with your health challenges. There's someone with your relationship issues. There's someone with your lack of time. There's someone with your challenged marriage. There's someone with your beautiful marriage. There's someone with your extraordinary relationships. There's someone with all of your past success, or there's someone who has no past success, as perhaps you don't. Whoever you are, there's someone just like you who's really succeeding in this business. And so therefore the compensation plan is proven. It's proven itself again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And waits now to prove itself through you. You can be the next iteration of our success. Next element that has long been proven to be required for a company that goes on to greatness, not just meaningful in size, but meaningful in message and endurance, is some kind of a cause. And I will tell you that because we harvest that acai berry, because that comes from Brazil, and Brazil has so positively impacted this company and its various participants, whether it be consumers, part-time distributors, management, ownership, employees, whoever it is, full-time distributors, this product, this extraordinary nutrient, has enriched the lives of many, and so we choose to give back through the More Project. You'll learn about that. You'll learn a little bit about that as you watch and witness. And finally, I will tell you that I would add to this mix of elements required for success my pledge to you, my absolute certainty that there is no luck and there is no guesswork. There is a proven and predictable pattern of activities. If you engage in that pattern of activities over a period of time, the very process will result in you developing new skills. The more highly developed become your skills, the more predictably positive become the outcomes. And I will then invite you to become part of a community, our community commerce. MVP. That is the structure. That is the banner that wraps us all together as a group of participants. You'll learn more about it. Well, I was asked if I could, in a few short minutes, describe to you why network marketing, why community commerce. I did my best in those minutes. I hope something resonated with you the way it resonated with me all those years ago. I was asked to describe why Monavie. I described to you the elements that are required for success, and I now call upon you again to watch carefully track 2. And you look for those elements, and you see if in fact they can be found. Obviously, I know in advance they can be. I hope you see it with clarity the way that I do. And then, why you? Why you? Tell me this, does what you do today give you joy? Does your success today transcend to other people? Are you going the direction you want to go and you're bringing people with you? Do you want to find a way for your current life experiences to accrue to the benefit of many? Why you? You know that. I cannot. I cannot know why you. I can tell you this as an absolute certainty, that I consider to be among the very most fortunate moments in my life, the moment when I said yes to this industry. I consider it to be among the very, very most fortunate moments in my life when I reached a point in time where Monavie was now in existence, and I was able to reconnect with my childhood friends, Randy and Dallin Larson, and their extraordinary partner, Henry Marsh, and I was able to then join myself together with this company. What an extraordinary moment of importance. Why you? Not sure. I'm really not. But what I do know is this. You have something to offer us, and we have something to offer you. Let us bring them together. I look forward to meeting you. I really do. God bless you.
We began this journey about 35 minutes ago, and I hope it was 35 minutes that were meaningful to you. It's 35 minutes that changed my life and the life of my wife and our family some time ago. And being involved in this business is interesting because I looked at it as an investment. I looked at it as something that I thought could be backed up by good, strong business practices. I did the due diligence that I do for clients. And when I did that, I looked at something that I just passed out to you. It's called an income disclosure statement. And the income disclosure statement is the statement that tells us what we have to submit to the SEC every year, and it shows them what people make at different levels within this industry. Just like in a lot of sales-ish jobs, a lot of jobs that aren't sales-related, there's different levels that you can achieve in this business. And on the left-hand margin, there's active distributor rank. You see distributor, star 500, star 1000, bronze, silver, gold, and so forth. If you move your eye across to the columns, there's annualized average earnings, the amount of money that the average person makes at those different levels. And then the one right next to it, which I find to be important, is the number of hours they spend weekly. And so we're all stressed by time. Time is my worst enemy in this world. I can't squeeze enough hours in the day. And so for me to say, gosh, am I going to take this on? Well, Linda and I are at the Blue Diamond level, so if you look across, you see that's about 10 hours a week. I frankly spend more time in that because it's more meaningful to me. And I know people who have achieved a much higher rank than that, and I know full well that I can achieve that much higher rank too. So I put a little more time in it than the 10 hours. A gold level, would $1,000 a week be something that would help you in your life? The average gold makes about $52,000, $53,000 a year. My next door neighbors, a gold level, just got off a free cruise from becoming a gold. It's not like I knew somebody way back when that was one of those. No, I've got people among me. At the last gold trip, I think I had 10 different gold level distributors in the organization on the gold cruise. That was kind of a cool deal. So I know that it can be done. We calculated, we have a whole, when Mr. Schroeder on the video referenced a proven and predictable pattern of activity, we've calculated how much that proven and predictable pattern of activity takes you each week to do. That's 6.46 hours a week to accomplish that proven and predictable pattern of activity. And if you do that, I'm convinced that you'll get to the gold level, but I'm more convinced than ever that I can help you do that. I didn't know how to help you do that when I first got started, but I do now. So you can avoid a whole bunch of the pitfalls that I had to encounter. And I guess in conclusion, if you decide this is something you want to do, what's your worst thing that could possibly happen to you? The worst thing that could possibly happen to you is you'll probably get a little healthier. You're not being asked to buy blue sky. You're not being asked to invest in Monsanto stock and hope the market views it favorably. You're getting products that are really, really good for you. So good for you that Monavie guarantees with their money-back guarantee that they'll resonate with you. What's your best day? You could make quite a bit of money. In between, you could make enough to pay for your product. Along the way, you learn as you go. When I was in law school, I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid as a lawyer until I got my law degree and passed the bar exam. And being licensed in a number of states, I've passed several bar exams now. And so that's when I got paid. In this business, you can do it badly. You can give out 100 blank CDs and somebody's going to say, hey, that CD you gave me, was that, wasn't there supposed to be something like somebody's going to call you back. You can do it very, very badly and you can still stumble along and get paid along the way. I can show you how to do it well, and I'm willing to do that and willing to help everyone in this room be successful to the extent that they want to be successful, to the extent that they want to apply it. It allows people to engage in some activity that squeezes within the cracks and crevices of their existing day and doesn't operate to the detriment of whatever they're doing right now. So, there's a lot of things you could have done with your time tonight. I'm really grateful that you spent your time with us. And so, in the words of my favorite actor, that's all, folks. And so, grab yourself some of our bars and then take some of our drink. We've already shared a little bit of the product with you, but let's enjoy one another's company for the rest of the evening. Thanks so much, Catherine, for opening your home. If you guys get involved in this business, Catherine will be on your team and be probably your team leader. And I'm telling you, you could do a lot worse than Catherine as a team leader. She's phenomenal. So let's get together and make this thing and at least get to enjoy the product and get a little healthier along the way. Thanks so much.